What's up, YouTube? Your girl is wrecked. This reading is a weird one. If you've never been here before, hi, all that stuff. I'll get into that later. Anyways, just a short little blurb about this reading. I started channeling and reading about a couple hours before the Scorpio lunar eclipse that we had the other day. I read all the way through the eclipse, and then a few hours after the eclipse, I am a 13-degree Scorpio moon, and that is the degree that the eclipse was happening on. So I got real inspired, and you guys all have super long, hour-long readings. Please watch for all of your placements, because I put a lot of time and effort into these things. And just a warning, there's a very long intro before each sign's reading gets started. It will be the same on every sign, so you don't need to watch it multiple times, but please watch it one time, please, for several reasons. Mostly because I get into the Sabian symbols involved for the degrees of this eclipse. I also get into the astrology behind the eclipse. I also talk about the Scorpio Taurus nodes series of eclipses that this energy deals with. I also go through all 13 decks that I used in this reading, and yes, 13, that is correct. So watch it one time, all right? And then I'll put timestamps so you can skip it all the other times, because I know it's a lot. Anyways, please watch these. They're very important. And if you guys want to book a reading just like this one you're about to see for yourself, email me with the title Scorpio Eclipse Reading at ASouthernStrega@gmail.com. That's also in the description box. And I will be offering those for $50, all right? And that is like $25 off my normal hourly price, because these will be an hour long at least for each sign, okay? Love you guys so much. All right, let's get started with your reading. Oh, hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, or if you have been here before, either way, you're in for a huge treat today. I am doing probably the longest and most important free reading I've ever done in the history of me reading tarot today. In honor of the crazy Scorpio lunar eclipse that we just had here. It's going on right now. I started these readings midnight, the night of the eclipse. I'm planning on doing them all through the witching hour and up until sunrise, all right? This is going to be an intense reading. I have 13 decks to celebrate the Scorpio energy of the death card, number 13, all right? A lot of them are oracles, and there are also 5 tarot decks, okay? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, 5. 5 tarot decks, 8 oracle decks, okay? If you don't want to hear my intro, there will be timestamps in the description box below where you can skip straight to your signs reading. I'm going to do a free extended on Southern Strega Studies, my other channel, so make sure that you are subscribed over there. I will provide that link in the description box below to that free extended. During that extended, I will give you the book reading, all right? See, because I've got all these oracle cards and these big information in here. This is all going to be intuitive today on the tarot channel. For the extra info for the book stuff, that will be your free extended. So definitely check that out to get a deeper meaning behind the cards that we pull today. So here is the order of how things are going to go. First, I'm going to show you all 13 decks that I have and the purpose of these decks and why I chose them. There's a method to my madness, all right? I'm going to give you a brief rundown of the Sabian symbols that I feel are important to this eclipse. And I am also going to give you a brief little astrological summary of this Taurus Scorpio eclipse node situation that's been going on since, end of 2021. And then after that, I'm going to do your readings, okay? So let's get to it. Let's start by looking at all these decks that I have and why I chose them. The first deck that we are going to be using is the Moonology deck, all right? It is a deck based on the cycles and the phases of the moon, okay? Because it's all just a phase, and this is one, and it's a very intense one, okay? After that, so that's going to determine what kind of phase the universe is seeing that you're in right now. So that's going to be a little general feeler for what's going on with you. After that, I'm going to use the Astrological Oracle to pull you a planetary energy as well as a zodiac energy. Also to gauge the overall general energies around you, working with you or against you right now, or that you might just need to be aware of. It also points to specific zodiac signs that you may or may not be dealing with, all right, or that you need to look out for, okay? After that, I have a deck I have not used yet. This is the only deck on the table that I have yet to use. It's brand new. I literally just did an unboxing for this deck on ASouthernStrega Studies. That link will be in the description box below, as well as links to the other decks that I'm using today that have been unboxed. I will also provide you with links to purchase all of these decks as well. Anyways, the third deck we'll be using is the Seasons of the Witch, the Beltane Oracle, all right? If you've watched my channel before, I have used the Seasons of the Witch Sabian Oracle and the Yule Oracle. I am obsessed with this deck, these decks, these artists, these people. I can't speak enough. So I'm excited to use this deck for the first time for you guys. We're using that one because Beltane is traditionally celebrated on May 1st, May Day, which is just had it, okay? So we are in the energy of Beltane right now. As a sort of short summary of what Beltane energy means, it's Empress energy. It's growing, it's self-care, it is love, it is sex, it is beauty, it is fruition, it's nurture, it's spring into summer energy. It happens right in between spring and summer. So your little seeds have already been planted, and now you have to be the Empress and tend to them to make sure that they can make it into the summer to thrive. That's the kind of energy we're working with. So I want to take a look at the Beltane Oracle and see what's going on there. All right, with that, since that's the energy that the universe is in right now, we work with the energies, okay? After the Beltane Oracle, we're going to take a look at this beautiful deck, the Universal Folk Oracle. I was born in West Virginia, in Appalachia, and raised in the South. But folk, my deal, all right? I'm using this deck specifically to get ancestral messages from your passed on loved ones. It is a universal folk oracle. The people in this deck are very varied and from all cultures and backgrounds. So I want to get an ancestral message from that. Following the folk oracle, we are going to jump into the Enchanted Map Oracle, okay? I want to pull some cards from here to see kind of what's on the road ahead for you, like where you're heading. And then I'm going to clarify those cards from the Enchanted Map with our next deck, which is the Wild Unknown Tarot. It is a beautiful nature-themed deck. So basically, I use the Unknown Tarot, what you don't see coming, what you don't know yet, to clarify what's up ahead on the path that you don't know what is on yet, okay? After that, I'm going to do what most people call a Celtic cross, but I call it a Slavic because I'm Italian and Slavic mostly, among a lot of other things. And I also kind of give different meanings to my positioning and things the way that I do my Celtic. So I'm going to do you a whole Celtic cross spread because that's what you guys know, but it's my Slavic cross, all right? Using the Santa Muerte Tarot, okay? Because this is a Scorpio eclipse. This is death energy. This is the saint of death, all right? Santa Muerte. We're going to pull the cross with the death cards, and then we're going to clarify it, all right, with the Ostara cards. Ostara is another, witchy season that basically culminates the beginning of spring. So it's death and rebirth. Get it? Scorpio energy. Death, rebirth, death, rebirth. So this is the Ostara Tarot and what it looks like. It is a stunning deck. Beautiful. When we're done doing that, and that's going to take a look at your current energy, your past energy, outside energies, things that are going on in your head, in the forefront and behind the scenes, a predicted final outcome, what's coming in your near future, things that you are hoping and fearing, as well as energy that you have best in your control is what that reading will look at, and I will clarify. Following that, I am going to get a few warning messages from one of my all-time favorite decks, the Hoodoo Tarot. All right, just to get some good advice and warning messages and a little history, because I'm a Gemini Venus and I love to learn. After that, I have my favorite deck of all time, the Edward Gorey Fantod pack, which is a bizarre, macabre deck that is meant to be absolutely ridiculous and just kind of lighthearted, weird Scorpio vibes for you. Okay, so yeah, this is this deck. It's a weird one. And I will read you the weird little messages that go with that. And after that, I'm going to give you all what you want, because everyone, I feel like, comes to my channel for love readings. That's what I'm the best at, but I don't hate doing them, but I want to steer people into more than just love. But you are getting a love reading today as well from the Romantic Tarot. This deck is also beautiful. I am an art reader if you've not been here before, so I use so many decks. I give you lots of different nuanced meanings for the energies, all right? So your love reading will come from the Romantic Tarot. Let's see. That is, yeah. So after that, that was the 11th deck. The 12th deck that I have for you guys, this is a cool one. I don't know if I've used it on the channel or not before, but I do think I did unbox it, so I'll leave you the link for that. It's called the Enchanted Spell Oracle. It's a medieval hedge witch, garden kitchen witch type oracle. It is very nature-based. It talks about plants and herbs. It also uses the Celtic zodiac, which is 13 signs, ironically enough. Scorpio energy there. A lot of the cards will have, those 13 goddesses that represent the 13 signs. They'll give the dates on there. So some of you might get very specific dates to look out for either people born during those dates or things that might be happening during those dates. They also give herbal remedies and like spell work kind of stuff. And I don't want to be like, you're really Harry Potter. No, this is like stuff my mom used to do. Like she would boil cinnamon sticks and orange peels and, bay leaves and things together. And she said it was to make the house smell good, but it was really for luck, abundance, and other things. It's got stuff like that, old school medieval hedge witch magic type stuff to help you manifest, all right, and work with the energies that are best at your disposal. So that is deck number 12, and we're going to close it out with, all right, a oracle card from the Mother Mary Oracle. All right, it is a beautiful, very spiritual deck. It has many emanations of the Virgin Mary and different, virtues that she represents. So I'm just going, and they're very, profound cards and meanings. So I really hope you tune in for the extended and go listen to what the book says, because they almost always bring me to tears. Like literally, like they're so inspiring. And I've been marinating this with a huge chunk of amethyst, because after the reading, I feel like that's going to be a good way to calm it down, is to offer you some comforting advice and kind of direction and a warm hug from Mother Mary. Okay. So hopefully you get a good little spell or, something to do here with the whatever spell oracle, and then Mother Mary will give you a pat on the back. So yeah. Okay. If you guys want to book a personal reading, that info is in the description box below as well. So yeah, that's an overview of all the decks we will be using. So I hope you stay and see this. It's going to be long. I got my cozy blankie, Cancer problems, get a blankie, get, something to drink. It's going to be a minute. All right, that was the decks. Let's go over the astrology type things that are going on right now. Why is this eclipse such a big deal? Why is this such a dramatic one? Why do we care? Why am I putting so much effort into this reading? This is a penultimate eclipse in Scorpio, all right, happening across, the Scorpio Taurus nodes. That's when eclipses happen, all right, is when the moon lines up specifically with one of the nodes, okay? This time it is lining up with the south node that is in Scorpio right now. So, nodes in astrology, your north node and your south node, are karmic, hugely karmic, okay? Your north node is kind of like your North Star. It's pointing you in the direction of your destiny. It's trying to lead you somewhere out of the darkness, all right? It's a guiding energy star. South node is past life karma, where you've come from, who you used to be, all right? Things like that. I am a Leo North Node and a Aquarius South Node. So the fact that I have had tumultuous relationships with, you know, Aquarians my entire life is indicative very much of my past life karma. I must not have been a very easy Aquarian in my past life. All right. So yeah, there's that. Nodes are highly karmic. These nodes are fixed sign nodes, which is even rougher because the fixed signs are the ones that do not bend. All right. There is no give. It's black or white. It's yes or no. It is sugar get off the pot. All right. It is like, you better do something, or you get this violent wake up call from Scorpio energy where death is, you know, exercised somewhere and forcing you to rebirth. Okay. The best advice I can give you astrologically for these is to roll with it and accept these endings with gratitude, because anything that's being removed from you or taken away from you at this point is for your greater good, whether or not you want to believe that or not, because a lot of you are probably going through a really brutal time. Trust me, all right? This is supposed to be a very sobering energy. Scorpio energy does not like fence riders. Scorpio rules the 8th house, all right, which rules death and taxes. The only two things in life that are certain, all right? Death and taxes. That's it. And that's Scorpio. Scorpio does not play, all right? This eclipse is happening, all right, around the 13 to 14 degree of Scorpio. So I suggest all of you take a look at your natal charts and see what, you know, placements you have around 13, 14 degrees Scorpio. I also highly recommend that you look around 3 degrees of Scorpio and Taurus for your north and south node, where the north and south node is currently. See what planets or houses, whatever these things fall in for you, that might guide you in a better direction as to what will be going on for you in a let go sense, okay? These don't have to be bad endings, but they're huge and they're dramatic and they're emotional, and, you know, they're very fixed sign, all right? They're very Leo, Scorpio, Aqua, Taurus. Like, if you know those energies, you understand they don't back down. They don't take a maybe. You have to decide, or it will be decided for you. It's like a parental energy from the universe, and they're smacking you in the face with something like a spoiled teenager, okay? So that kind of gives you a general overview astrologically, all right, about what's going on here. Now, I want to get into the Sabian symbols just very briefly, because if you get your girl on a Sabian symbol tangent, we'll be here until next week, okay? I am still trying to figure out a way to approach the Sabian symbols on my ASouthernStrega Studies channel and start having a discussion about them. But every time I feel like I've got a grasp, I get deeper in and I just keep learning about them. If you don't know what the Sabian symbols are, I do suggest you jump down that wormhole, especially, all right, to identify the degrees that you have planets and important placements in your birth chart, and correlate those with whatever the Sabian symbol is related to your placements, especially your personal planets. So like I said, I'm a 13-degree Scorpio moon, okay? The eclipse is happening on 13 and 14 degrees Scorpio. So we get to talk about my moon sign Sabian symbol today, all right? The symbols for 13 and 14 degrees Scorpio is, 13 is, you know, my sign, which is an inventor performing a laboratory experiment, okay? The one for 14 degrees is telephone lineman working on establishing new connections. All right, so the Sabian mysteries, basically, to sum it up, there was this psychic named Elsie Wheeler. She was disabled. She was a very gifted seer and psychic. She teamed up with Mark, what is his name? Is it Mark Edwin Jones? I can't, his name is escaping me right now. I'm sorry. Anyways, he sat down with all 360 degrees of the birth wheel, okay? So all the degrees of Aries, all of the degrees of Taurus, so on and so forth, and wrote each degree 1 through 360 on, you know, to represent the circle, on an index card, and he shuffled them all up, okay? And then he went somewhere with her in nature, okay? And he would randomly pick up a card, show her the number and the symbol, show her the number and the sign associated with it, like Aries 13. And she would immediately say what she channeled and what popped into her mind, okay? So every single degree in the birth chart has an associated Sabian symbol. And when I got into mine in my chart, let me tell you, it was like startling, some of the ones that I had, like startling, okay? So I do suggest that you research that for yourself. So anyways, all right, what do these Sabian symbols mean? 13 and 14 degrees, this lineman and the telephone connections and the, you know, inventor inventing. Basically, Scorpio energy is hard to grasp, okay? The moon hates being in Scorpio. It's in its fall in Scorpio. It does terrible in Scorpio, okay? Which people like me who are blessed with a Scorpio moon, all right, on the 13th degree of the death card, mind you, which is even more hilarious for me. We tend to, our emotions are our downfall, all right? They can have us act like monsters. They can have us disconnect completely from reality. We have a tendency to be very inward, highly emotional, also highly psychic and intuitive, PS with a Scorpio moon. But it's not a great energy. It's a hard one to work with emotionally. Scorpio likes, like I said, likes black and white, yes or no. Love and emotions are not black and white. They're confusing. They're muddled. They are watery. Scorpio likes order, okay? There's a reason Scorpio doesn't, you know, seem like a water sign. You don't associate a scorpion with water. You don't. And then the more evolved forms of Scorpio, we have, you know, an air sign, basically. We have the eagle or the hawk or whatever you want to call it in the middle transformation. And then the final form of a Scorpio is fire, a phoenix. So Scorpio is like not even, it's like Aquarius. Everyone thinks they're a water sign, but they're not. It's kind of like that with Scorpio. Like, it doesn't make sense why Scorpio would be a water sign, because they seem very blunt and very harsh and very scary and very mean sometimes, all right? At least, you know, not tame ones. But it's just, it is what it is, all right? And that's the energy of the eclipse that we're going through. It's uncomfortable. It feels very foreign. We have a tendency to get lost in these emotions, especially at the 13th degree. An inventor inventing. This is literally, you know, pointing to the idea of somebody who lives their life in pursuit of their dreams and their lofty goals and imagination, all right? Because if you're an inventor, whatever you're inventing hasn't been invented yet. It's only in your brain, all right? Scorpio energy is very internalized. It is 8th house. It is secret. It is hidden, all right? Underworld energy, not for humans, all right? Same with inventors. It's all in their brain. We don't know where these ideas come from, but they have them, and that's that. So that's an indicator of, like, are you going to spend your entire life in pursuit of something that you cannot prove or that might never come to fruition? Like, how much, you know, when does it become a dream and when does it become an obsession? Because Scorpio energy is obsessive in its bad form. And I will be the first one to testify that my Scorpio moon has made me crazy, all right? Crazy in the past. So we have to be very careful. Is this positive magician energy where we're taking that Ace of Wands and manifesting something new and good and positive? Or are we literally, you know, delusional here? All right? There's no room for any kind of delusion here. Everything is going to be very blunt. All right? The best way I can put this energy is blunt. Blunt, like a jailhouse shiv. All right? So there's that. The transition from the 13 to the 14, all right, the telephone man lines, you know, making new connections. You see all these workers that are connecting all these lines to allow all these people to communicate. It wants you to pay very close attention to who you are connecting to, who you are communicating with, how you are communicating. It's also an indicator for humanity as a whole that we're all becoming very much more connected, and we need to make sure that we, you know, take care of those connections and use them for good and not evil. Scorpio likes justice, all right? Scorpio represents the judgment card. It's not just justice, it's judgment. Scorpio is like the, sentencer after the trial. I am a former lawyer. I'm still a lawyer. I'm still in good standing. I still have my license. I'm just not practicing currently. But I really like to explain this in a legal context that, the fool is basically on trial from the time he's, born until the judgment card in the world. His final outcome is determined after judgment. So Scorpio is the judgment card. That is a Scorpio card because Scorpio, it's death or life. They're going to live or they're going to die, basically. Figure it out. This is what this is. It's sink or swim energy. All right, is what I was getting with this. So I also wanted to discuss the Sabian symbols for the North and South node during this eclipse season. They are both at 3 degrees. One is Scorpio, South node, and one is Taurus, North node, okay? The South node for Scorpio, 3 degrees, is neighbors helping in a house raising. And then for Taurus, North node, it is natural steps leading to a field of clovers, okay? This, to me, the North and the South node here, the South node is, like I said, past karma. This is, people coming together as a community and helping a house raising, okay? House raising is when the community would literally get together for either a newlywed couple or a new member in the tribe or something like that. And they would all pull together their resources, their energy and everything to help these people get a house together, like build them a little house so they had somewhere to be. It was a sign of being welcomed into the tribe. It was a sign of community. It was, using your energy to collaborate with your community and to do great things to, further your community and, continue life on earth, like as a human in a society. Okay. So that's where we're coming from, a place of doing the right thing and trying to advance society and be part of it and help it along and be kind. And then we have this energy of like, if we were doing this in the past, if we were being community oriented and, being a team player, then North Node, our destiny, where we're heading, where we're supposed to be going towards, is these natural steps with the field of clovers. The fact that it's natural steps means that you don't have to build the steps, you don't have to work for them, that the universe literally just laid out a path for you to this field filled with luck, all right? Clovers are associated with luck and, money and gold and treasure and leprechauns and good luck, all right? So that's what that is. So you really need to be taking a look at how you've been acting in the past, how you've been treating your neighbors, your friends, your relationships, what kind of connections you're making. Are they positive? Are they going to advance your community? Would these people show up to help you build a house? Would they welcome you into their community? Really be looking at these things, because if these energies are not cooperative, if you're not being cooperative, if the people around you are not, like, they will be removed. This is judgment time coming in, okay? So that was a Sabian overview. Last thing about the astrology and why I feel like this is such an important reading is this cycle with this eclipse here. It started back in I want to say November 2021 when the Taurus, Scorpio nodes shifted and we started having eclipses on those nodes. That's when everything kind of started popping off with this. We had 2 major blood moon eclipses in rapid succession, like very close to each other. One was on May 15th, 2022. So almost a year ago to the day of this eclipse now. And then we had another one, November 8th, 2022, blood moon also. 2 blood moons. That was in Scorpio season, okay? And then we've got this one today on 5/5. And then we have another one, which is a partial October 28th of this year. That's on the Taurus moon and the Scorpio sun. And then the next blood moon, all right, is not until March 13th of 2025. So to me, and what I feel with my Scorpio moon, with this energy, is that kind of whatever you started off in mid 2021, all right, that is going to play out, or you're going to be reaping what you sow with that until, 2025, basically. So really, we're right in the middle of this energy, which is why this eclipse is so important. It's the turning point. Judgment is where we're at now. The next step is the world. The world is final. Judgment can go either way. Okay? So you're on trial right now. You've presented all of your evidence. So there's no time to like suck up or anything like that. It's like you better have learned your lessons and you better make your decisions now. Okay? Because, that verdict is getting handed down. And we're going to, see whether or not you're going to get a good one or not. So that's why this is so important. Okay? Choices. It's all about choices. All right. So that covers all of my... Jesus, that was a 30-minute intro, y'all. I am going to be so tired tomorrow. But I am like geeked on this energy. Like I am, first of all, it's Mercury retrograde. So that's another reason why this eclipse is crazy. I was born during Mercury retrograde. Okay. I have a 13-degree Scorpio moon, which is where this is all going down at. And I don't know. I just get like, I am a Cancer sun. So the moon literally rules me. So I'm here for it. I'm into it. I love moon energy. Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. I don't like to plug Kanye because he's like, I think he's suffering from mental health. I'm not going to knock the guy. He's talented as all get out. But that song, Praise God, all right? God, what are the lyrics to that? We gonna praise our way out the gray, dark living, hopping out the graveyard, coming back to life. Oh, he's talking about we're just going to be thankful, all right, for this death. He's talking about praying your way and praising your way out of the depths of despair, coming out of the graveyard back to life and being thankful for learning the harsh lesson of death and rebirth. Okay? It's a theme in all the religions. It's a Christ-like theme. So anyone on here saying I'm some Satanist can just suck it, first of all. Anyways, all right. Let's see. What order do I want to go in? I don't know. So I'm going to use my trusty little jar here that has all the zodiac signs mixed up in it. So I'm just going to let the universe tell me. All right. Y'all still rocking with me? This is the longest reading I have ever done in my entire life. Who is next to volunteer as tribute to get read to filth during the Scorpio lunar eclipse by a Scorpio moon? These readings are intentionally harsh because Scorpio energy is blunt and to the point and meant to transform you in a very, uncomfortable way. So please don't feel like I'm picking on any of y'all because if, Cap, Libra, and Leo have been a little harsh. It's for your benefit, though. It's out of love. Just know that. Take, what resonates and leave what you don't need. All right? Who's next? Taurus. You are next on the wheel of fortune. Okay, that's enough. All right, Taurus. Let me write you down here. You are next. All righty. Let's get it on, Taurus. Oh my God, what is in my eye right now? Go away. Okay. All right. Let me have Taurus's phase. What phase is Taurus in right now with whatever they're inquiring about? Give me one card to show what phase Taurus is in right now. That's way more than one card, Taurus. I only take one. I am like settled in. Look at my little cozy blankie. I need to get some more coffee. I'm starting to wane down. Come on, Taurus. You don't want to talk about phase? You don't want to, you want to admit you're going through a phase, Taurus? Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Fourth sign. We finally got one that didn't pull a full moon. Almost. All right. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. I don't know why I pick up Virgo energy for this. Virgo and Capricorn, your fellow earth signs. They're really great at, you know, seeing the problem, finding a workaround, making the right adjustments, and keeping it moving, all right? Something's off, though, all right? Something's not quite working. Make it work. Tim Gunn energy. It's time to make it work. This is like, you have adjustments, all right, that you can make before something comes to an end. This is third quarter moon, meaning that it's almost full. It's rising. This is coming to a head. It's coming to an end, but there's still room, wiggle room, all right, to steer the trajectory here. I always say no one can predict the future, but, you know, we all have free will. You still have the ability to exercise your free will in this situation. There's still options on the table. But you need to be the one to initiate the change here. You need to be the one to make the adjustments. They're necessary if you want to get what it is that you're after, okay? Adjustments are required, not suggested, okay? All right, let's pull your planetary energies and then your zodiac sign. Get a better feel about the energy going on with you right now. Ooh, here we go, Mercury. Whew. All right, Leo just pulled that, and we're in a Mercury retrograde, and you're in, you know, Mercury energy also. Same as your other fixed sign. Because y'all, you know, don't like to be bound. Fixed signs, like, they don't like to be told what to do. They know what they want. They are very comfortable making decisions. They are fixed. They don't like to change. They don't like things to be different. You and Leo both had the same energy, Mercury. Why do you want to be in Mercury energy during Mercury retrograde when it's the worst time to be initiating communication? Are you a glutton for punishment? Are you too stubborn to, you know, heed the warnings here? What is so urgent that it can't wait a couple weeks until this energy dries up? All right, what's going on? Give me your zodiac sign. Y'all are being stubborn as all get out today. Okay, there we go. Aries in reverse. That's stubborn. That's childish. Just all get out. That's full in the reverse energy. This is not thinking before you're speaking, all right? This is getting really triggered and immediately articulating that. It's not no cooling off period, all right? There's no cooling off period. There's no chance to let it breathe. It's like, no, I'm mad, so we're going to deal with it now. We're going to talk about it now. There's things that are bothering you, but I got to warn you, Aries energy in the reverse is very self-centered. It's very childish. It's very petty. It's stupid energy. It's full in reverse. It's like it's not a good mindset to have a communication from, you know. If you're entering into talks in the energy of Aries in reverse, you're not going to get a great result, okay? You're not coming with a adult-like attitude here. So take it as it resonates. This is you, somebody around you, just the kind of energies that are present. That having a rational discussion right now is impossible because somebody can't bring themselves to communicate like an adult because they're acting on an instinct, all right? And the instinct is Aries. I'm a ram. I'm a bull. I'm not getting my way. So I'm going to, you know, force my way. That's what it's going here. Adjustments need to be required with that. Somebody needs to take a more mature stance in this, you know, situation. Like somebody needs to be the bigger person here. And somebody also needs to not say things that they're going to regret later. Aries in reverse will hurt you, all right? They will say things to hurt your feelings. They will make you feel bad about yourself. And they're warning you not to do that, all right? You're heading down a path here where if you continue with this discussion, there's going to be hurt feelings. There's going to be, you know, irreparable damage. Things will happen that you can't take back. I do feel like there's something that's purposely trying to trigger you, all right, energetically here. All right. Moving on. Let's get your Beltane energy. This is, you know, the cycle of the wheel of the year that we're in right now. So working with the energies that are available and abundant at this time. let's see the energy that is most significant for you, Taurus. And again, y'all, if you want a personal reading, all that info is in the description box below. Email me at ASouthernStrega@gmail.com. And if you appreciate all of this hard work and free reading that I'm doing for you, please book a personal or, you know, send a donation so I can feed my kids. You got Fire Festival, 11 energy. Through flame and through song, there will rise a new dawn. All right. Adjustments are required or you're going to wake up to the same thing. Truman Show energy I just got with this. This is embracing the fire, embracing the chaos. You're an earth sign. You're not a fire sign, but they're wanting you to embrace the fire. Whatever this challenge is, whatever this that's, you know, making your ego feel some kind of a way, it's meant to test you. It's like holding your feet to the flames. They want to, you're being pushed, all right? And if you react out of, you know, anger or out of instinctually or just, you know, trying to defend yourself here, you're going to fail this test, this fire test. You're not going to get that new dawn. Aries is full energy and it's in the reverse here. So if you don't allow this test to happen, if you don't feel the burn, if you don't, you know, dance through it willingly, if you avoid it or you try to, you know, fight against it like an Aries in reverse would do, then there's going to be, you know, problems here. You don't like this energy. You don't want to, you know, sit in this fire and burn, and it's like slow dancing in a burning room, John Mayer song. You don't want to do that. You want out. What you don't realize is that once the smoke clears, it's like everything is different. You need to make adjustments, and I think that's especially in the way that you're thinking about this. You're thinking about it from a very, like, poor me, self-centered, you know, immature energy here. You're not willing to take fresh eyes and look at this like in a real Aries would, an upright Aries. Very childlike wonder, you know, fool energy. You're carrying a lot of baggage, all right? And that's got to go. It's like a fire, you know, cord cutting ceremony thing where you write everything onto the piece of paper and you set it on fire. Like, that's the kind of energy you need to be in. I don't think you're wanting to do that. You'd rather just burn the whole house down. All right. All right. Let's get a message from your ancestors from the Universal Folk deck. Oh my God, I can't even pick these up. There are so many decks of cards on my desk and you can't see them. All right. What message do you want Taurus to hear today, or what are you trying to communicate to Taurus? Taurus's ancestors. What do you want to hear today, or what do you want Taurus to hear? Oh, there you are. That's beautiful. Loyalty. 44. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Tell me who you're loyal to. Kendrick and Rihanna. Responsibility, relationships, construct, and self-care. Where are your loyalties right now? Are you loyal to the right people? Are you loyal to yourself? Is this, you know, are you taking care of your responsibilities? Do you feel obligated to do these things? Or is this you actually, you know, being committed, being a good person? They want you to take a hard look at your relationships and the stability regarding those. I do feel like a lot of your relationships and your loyalty will be tested. You're going to have to, you know, make some adjustments here because I do feel like it's going to be a little bit trying. I also feel like your responsibility regarding your role in relationships and connections, not just romantic ones, just any work partnerships, whatever, it's going to be tested. All right. They're going to push you to the point where they're going to want you to know whether or not you're loyal to yourself or to everyone else. Taurus are notorious, all right, for putting themselves last. Everyone says how stubborn they are, blah, blah, blah. But when you have a good Taurus and you have a Taurus that is dedicated, they are the most stubbornly loyal people that they would sit there and just go down in flames with the ship that's sinking instead of jumping in the life raft to save themselves. They're that loyal. They're that stubborn. You guys are probably the sign that has the hardest time dealing with change. Hardest time. Your stability is what's, you know, being brought into issue here. You've got 11, which is 2 1s, and you got 4 4, which is 2 4s. Both of those are about stability, foundation and stability. You need 4 1s to make the 4 of Wands, all right? You need 4 Ace of Wands. You only got 2 1s showing here. Are you really standing on stable footing? Do you have it in you to be supporting other people? Are you able to care for others right now? Or are you, you know, is that taking away from your ability to care for yourself? That's what your ancestors are wanting you to look at right now. Are the people that you're loyal to returning that loyalty? Okay. And at what point do you know, do what a Taurus doesn't like to do and be disloyal and disconnect? All right. What point do you say enough is enough? This is, you know, causing me to suffer. You guys are the suffer in silence types. You will bear all of the burden like a bull would on your very strong shoulders. Don't let yourself be taken advantage of. 3 cards for Taurus. Let me see what's on their path. Enchanted Map. Give me some directions for Taurus. Show me what's coming up on Taurus's path. There's 1. There's 2. Oh, that's too many. That's too many. That's too many, Taurus. 1 more, please. Just 1. What is it? There it is. Commitment. There it is. Partnerships. Loyalty. 36. 9 energy. 9 is about being independent, all right? If you're not completely independent and your partner is not completely independent and can survive without you, then maybe y'all shouldn't be together, all right? Wanting to look at commitment. Here's the star energy. Is this the end all be all? Is this what you want to be hooked up to forever? You got education. Leo had that as well. Spirit of place. Number 4 again. God, you guys come across as so loyal. That's a 4. All right, that's 35. That's 8. You got 36. That's 9. It's like, here you go. You know, it's like adding the 4 plus the 4 is 8. All right, so that's like 2 groups of people. Extra burdens, more commitments. You guys are, you know, it's like almost like you're gonna have to learn how to be in this kind of a connection, because I feel like it's going to be a lot more than you signed up for. I also feel like you're very connected to a certain place, or you're so fixated. You have to be in this certain place, or there's another place that's like calling to you. You're trying to figure out where you belong, what you should, you know, tie yourself to. You guys are also very invested, all right, in trying to write something or trying to, you know, contribute to a situation here. It's like you want to make sure that it's peaceful. You want to make sure that everyone, you know what's going on with everyone. You want to know where everyone stands. There's this big sense of obligation that I keep getting. But I feel like your obligations are misplaced, or they're out of order, or, you know, they need to be rearranged, adjustments, all right? Like, you need to be number 1, all right? They always tell you on an airplane, when the plane is going down in flames, your instinct is going to be to want to put that mask on your baby first. But they say that's the wrong thing to do. You put it on yourself first, because if you black out, all right, from lack of oxygen, then you can't help anyone, all right? What's going on here? You need room to breathe, okay? You're also about to be taught a lesson about commitment. And it's tied to some kind of a location or like a nostalgia feeling I keep getting with this. It's also a very fantasy-like energy with that star and this fairy popping out of the book and this wood fairy here. It's like being reminded of something or feeling a longing, all right? A longing for a certain place or a person, something like that. All right, let's clarify these, Taurus. Let's get it on. Wild Unknown. Show me what we need to see here. Why is the spirit of place here for Taurus? Please make sure you check out your free extended where I'm going to, read the book meanings of these cards that you got. It will be on my other channel. That link will be in the description box. Spirit of place. What are you doing here? Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Eight of Cups. Page of Swords in the reverse. That's education. Page of Swords is education. And now you have it in the reverse. You feel very tied, very loyal, very invested, or very comfortable in a certain place. However, this place has nothing more to give you. You've gained everything you can gain here. Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's like there's a lack of balance. There's a lack of reciprocity here. Eight of Cups. You deserve better than this. You've reached the peak here, and the peak is the 8. You deserve 10. You don't believe that, though. Page of Swords in reverse. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to talk about that. You don't see the truth in that because you're so dedicated to whatever this is. You feel like you have to do this. You feel obligated. But whose interest are you serving by being here? All right? Are you just, feeding this nostalgia? Or, are you actually advancing anything here? Is there any growth? All right? Be very careful. There's also something about your environment where you don't even see it, all right? Page of Swords in reverse, you're not picking up on this. Education, you need to learn. You need to learn what you truly deserve. That Eight of Cups there. You need to realize that this place, all right, while you may have these very, emotional connections to it, you've outgrown it to some extent. But you're like falling back, all right? You're falling back into old patterns, or you're falling into what's expected of you. You guys are playing a role. I just keep getting you feel obligated. You feel obligated to do this. Why are you being a martyr here? All right? Why? Show me education. Show me education. Knight of Swords. You don't have the clarity now. You had the Page of Swords in the reverse just now. Now you got the Knight. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's going to take, Queen of Cups. It's going to take something completely turning your perspective around, okay? Something comes in here with the Wheel of Fortune to school you, all right? When you have the wheel falling on top of education, that's a karmic lesson, literally. It has to deal with mutual love, mutual respect, self-love, all right? Being able to put yourself first and not feel bad about it. And doing that with clarity and swiftness and conciseness, not dragging your feet on that. That's the lesson that you need to learn here. Is that it needs to be abundantly clear that things are equal, that, you're both feeling secure, that you feel loved and safe. Or the wheel is going to keep coming in and disrupting these, spirit of places that you have here. A lot of you guys are looking back at the past or the place that you've been for a long time with like rose-colored glasses. You've been there so long that you've become complacent, all right? You're not even willing to venture out and realize that there's more out there. It's a settling energy. You're settling. Eight of Cups is about settling. Why is commitment here? It's great to be loyal, but at what point are you betraying yourself? A lot of you, this has to deal with a job. You feel like you'll be letting people down if you leave. But, is that better than, is letting yourself down better? It's not selfish to want better for yourself. Here's your commitment here. And what do we have clarifying that? Three of Pentacles in reverse. Someone in the commitment's not going to put in effort. Five of Cups in the reverse. We're going to end up hurt, emotionally scarred from whatever this is. And the Six of Wands, because we never get celebrated. Eight of Wands in the reverse. We never see a payout, for what it is that we put effort into. I see you pouring all of this effort, trying to preserve the spirit of this place, trying to, keep things together, trying to figure out a way to clearly make sure that everyone feels loved and taken care of, that everyone is, growing and learning. But it's like bringing you bad karma to try to be that teacher. Committing to this, staying in this, remaining loyal to this energy that's not serving you anymore, it's creating a stagnancy. What you need is a victory. You need the Six of Wands. You need to feel like you're appreciated. You need to feel like you're celebrated. You need to feel like you can win, all right? It's a no-win situation. You feel like a lot just goes unnoticed, falls by the wayside. That's going to grow and fester, all right? Because I see more uncooperative energy. I see a mountain here that you can't penetrate. I see this poor horse who's like trying, you know, to get his knight to where he needs to go. But all he's doing now is sulking and being sad. He's like Knight of Cups in reverse. You regret something, all right? It's like regretting the commitment. It's also like consistently trying and failing to get somebody to meet you halfway and to actually acknowledge the fact that you do a lot here in this place. That you do handle a lot of business. It's like being taken for granted. That's what that is, Taurus. All right. Let's get into your Celtic/Slavic cross that I do. That is next on the agenda. Santa Muerte. Give me that good death energy. Sweet release of death. All right. 13 shuffles. Let's go. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of you too just won't speak your mind because you're afraid that it's going to rock the boat, or you're afraid that you're going to come across as selfish here. You're not. You need to stop thinking that way. You're not selfish. Three more. That 10. Got caught up on that 10, the ending. Closing something out. 11. 12. 13. All right. Center of your reading, Taurus, is the 5 of Pentacles. Being left with nothing, all right? Having somebody walk over your bones. Destitute, skull-crushing energy. Feeling really disappointed in yourself, all right, with the 5 of Pentacles. Feeling like you should have known better. Mommy. Hey there, little baby AJ. How are you? Hey, little Virgo. I got broom. You clean your hair. Thank you. He brought me a broom to clean my hair. He's so sick, y'all. That's why I had to cut my live short. Sweet baby, thank you. If you watch me. Yeah. Put on. It is on. Sorry for the little brief intermission. I had to take a pause and go make waffles for sick baby. Anyways, center of your reading, Taurus, is the 5 of Pentacles. Right? It's not a great energy to have in your heart space. It's feeling abandoned. It's feeling like you have nothing. It's feeling like you've got nothing else to give. All right. You don't have 2 sticks to rub together. Feeling like your energy is spent. All right. Like it's been wasted on something. That's at the center of everything. Right. That's the core of what's going on here. Crossing you is the 8 of Wands. Things coming at you too fast. Too many responsibilities. Too many irons in the fire. Uncomfortable, rapid change. Tauruses like to go slow. 8 of Wands is a fast energy, and that's what's crossing you. You feel like things are out of control. All right. You feel like they're happening too quickly. You don't know how to make these adjustments that are required of you. There's a need to like come up with some kind of a logical explanation, but we keep meeting it with this Aries in reverse energy. Like we don't want to deal with it. All right. We just don't want to even acknowledge what's going on here. We don't want to put our feet to the fire. We're going to remain loyal to what we've been loyal to, but the loyalties fade. All right. They change. Allegiances change. Your main loyalty should be to yourself. And I feel like that's not happening here. If you were, being loyal to yourself, you wouldn't feel empty inside. Okay. If this was a loyal commitment where, everyone was pulling their weight, you wouldn't feel alone. Okay. Or you wouldn't feel like things are out of your control. Also, the issue of communication keeps coming up. You had Mercury and the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is about communication as well. And that's crossing you. The fact that you can't talk about this, that I don't know if you're dealing with someone who's very childish and spoiled and petulant, but it comes across that way. You got 7 of Wands in the reverse here. You didn't stick up for yourself, all right? You didn't set healthy boundaries in the past. You didn't say no, all right? So whatever this energy that you're in of having to keep providing and giving until you have nothing else left to give is breaking you, all right? You failed to protect yourself. Where is the loyalty to yourself, okay? You got to look at it differently, like it's not selfish. I keep getting that from you. 5 of Swords now is on your mind. You feel attacked. You feel under fire. You now have 2 5s in this reading. That's a crappy energy. 5 is the worst energy, all right? One of the worst, if not the worst. Because it's got all the pain that an ending has. It's got all the fear. It's got all the anxiety. That's showing up readily, you know, for you. The hollow feeling on the inside, the, you know, the judgment feeling that you're getting from people. It's like you can't win for losing. It's like you can't do anything right here. You feel like you're being attacked. You feel like you can't escape whatever this is. Any move is going to cause, you know, hurt, peril. Like any way these people move, they're getting stabbed with one of these swords. There's also a whole bunch of truths that we're not wanting to acknowledge here. When you have to, you know, do this fire festival thing and, you know, put yourself to the test and learn education, Ace of Swords, all right? That's education, that's learning, that's knowledge. Here's all this knowledge coming at these people and they're treating it like they're being attacked. There's like a need to realize that constructive criticism is not criticism. It's meant for your benefit. It's meant to help. You're not being attacked, all right? Also, there's a lot of things that you don't want to deal with or you don't want to look at the reality of some situations. That's too much, all right? It's too personal. It's too hard, okay? In the near future, here's the Page of Swords, all right? This little typewriter out. This is you gaining some clarity. This is you coming out of your head about things and not being afraid to say what's on your mind, to have that communication. It's wanting to set the record straight, all right? Definitely communication, though, coming, because it's been crossing you that you can't have this conversation from a logical standpoint because you're dealing with this crazy Aries energy. That energy is changing. In the near future, there is a chance to, you know, really say what you mean. And you got to say what you mean this time because I don't feel like you did in the past. 6 of Swords is in your, you know, subconscious energy. As much as you feel like you can just let this slide, all right, and stuff it into your subconscious, because this position that I just pulled for down here, this is subconscious energy. What you're thinking about is the 5 of Swords. That's how you're moving through life in constant state of fear, all right, and in the need to fight for survival, all right? The 5 of Swords is about doing any and everything, fighting dirty, cheating, stealing, you know, whatever you have to do to preserve yourself. And it's not a great energy, but it's like a flight or fight, you know, response. And you're fighting tooth and nail, dirty, pulling hair, scratching, you know, whatever. In the back of your mind, you realize 6 of Swords in reverse, that it's like there's a need to just, you know, smooth this over, calm it down. But you can't, all right? There's something nagging at you. You realize that this isn't something that you can just let go. You don't want to focus on that energy of the 6 of Swords about, you know, just letting it go and acting like nothing bothers you here. That's not even an option for you right now, just to like water under the bridge. I do feel like there's a way to make peace with this, okay? I don't feel like it's quite as bad as you think it is. I feel like that's Mercury playing tricks with you during retrograde. You got the 2 of Wands, standoff energy. This, all right, is the energy that you have in your control to meet whatever is coming at you down your path. The nearest thing on your path is this honest conversation with the Page of Swords. I see you not wanting to reveal what's going on here or being very guarded with your communication. That's not a good, you know, thing here. If you want clarity, you have to be clear. 2 energy is about multiple options, you know, confusion, having more than one way to go about something. Swords energy wants you to be clear, concise, to the point. The necessity, all right, to have an honest conversation is coming, but if you're not willing to meet somebody halfway and be honest, all right, about everything, because, you know, sword energy is brutal truths. If you're not ready to say the harsh truths to whoever this is or whatever this is, or admit them to yourself, then you're going to end up in this energy of the 2 energy about still spinning your wheels and not getting anywhere. Outside energy is the sun, all right? There is hope, all right? There's happiness. There is warmth. There's also light being shed on something here. It's blatantly obvious. It's glaringly obvious with the sun energy. You can't ignore the sun. There's also something in your outside energy that you literally, you revolve around. If you're not the center of your own universe, then you're not in your universe. You're in somebody else's. You're the sun in your universe. You are the spark. You are the, main character here. You're not allowing yourself to be the main character. You're playing down to someone else. You can't outshine the sun, and whoever's outside energy this is, it's the sun, and it's always going to outshine you. It's always going to trump you. That's not an equal partnership. That's not loyalty. It's not loyal for you to, make your life revolve around another person. Okay? The other person's really happy right now. They're great with this situation. So why do you feel like you're in the Five of Pentacles energy where you have nothing and they have everything with the sun? How is this fair? How is this loyalty? Are they as loyal to you as you are to them? Think about it, Taurus. All right. 7 of Cups is your hopes and your fears. You don't like uncertainty. You don't like knowing where you stand. You don't like having to dredge up confusing emotions. All right. You don't want to have to deal with all of this stuff. But at the same time, that's all you want, is to figure this out and to have feelings again. All right. Because in the middle of your reading, you're dead inside. 5 of Pentacles is dead inside. It's spiritually bankrupt, emotionally bankrupt, feeling literally like an orphan. You really want to confront that. At the same time, you're terrified too. Okay. You're also afraid that if you do speak honestly, all right, when this opportunity presents itself, that if you speak honestly, it's just going to make things more confusing with the 7 of Cups. It's just going to add more fuel to the fire here. The other side is doing great. They're happy. Why rock the boat? I can tough this out. I'm a Taurus. I can suffer this burden. No, you don't need to shoulder this burden. At this point, you're being self-sacrificing. You're being a martyr. You're making yourself a victim. Now you got the 9 of Wands, all right, for your final outcome. Wounded warrior. You're heading into a battle. You don't even have any armor, all right? You feel bankrupt in the middle. You have nothing to protect you. You're not doing what's in your best interest. You didn't protect yourself before in this battle when you had the 7 of Wands in the past. It was in the, reverse. So now that 7 is going to the 9, where that battle's going to intensify, and you were injured here. You didn't heal. So now you're going to be forced to do it again. It's like you can deal with it now or you can deal with it later. You guys are notorious procrastinators, all right? I'm called it like I see it. I love Taurus energy. Love it. Okay? Some of my besties are Tauruses. But it's like they put things off, notoriously put things off. It's almost like they feel like they'll work themselves out. It'll just work out. But it won't. It won't, okay? This won't. You're going to be put back onto the battlefield and be put in the position again to have to stand your ground, to have to defend yourself, to have to put yourself back together and lick your wounds. How much abuse are you going to take in this situation? Right? That's the big question of the day for you. Because to me, this looks like, really like someone's taking advantage of someone. I hope it's not you doing that to someone else. Let's clarify. I call this my Taurus deck, the Ostara Tarot. That's right around Taurus season. You get 5 shuffles. Here's the 3rd. And then we will clarify this hot mess. 4. 5. Your strength and your ability to endure things that are challenging is a strength and a weakness. All right? Keep that in mind. 5 of Pentacles is here because the Tower. Everything being taken from you, everything being eliminated, literally ground zero, being set back to nothing. You're like, how did I get here? How do I all of a sudden wake up and realize that everything's gone? All of a sudden, everything's crumbling around me and I can't fix it. I can't put it back together. It's like a Humpty Dumpty energy. The 8 of Wands is here because of the 6 of Pentacles. Balance, all right? And a rapid, uncomfortable change regarding balance and equality. I don't know if this was like a complete 180 that happened, or out of nowhere, all of a sudden you're responsible for everything, or you're the one pulling dead weight here. I keep getting that you're pulling dead weight, but you care about whatever this energy is, or you're loyal to it, all right? So you don't want to speak up and say your truth because you don't want to hurt anybody. You're also afraid that if you speak now, all right, that it's going to come across the wrong way, like you're going to rage. Here's the Knight of Pentacles in the recent past. You did not care about committing to this journey and what it would do to you. You didn't even think twice about the effect that whatever this would have, would be on you. The Knight of Pentacles is your energy. He's committed. He's loyal. When your loyalty card came up, you entered in here with the truest intentions to the other party, not to yourself, okay? You can commit to something and promise to see it through, but you do not have to drop your guard or lower your boundaries to do that. And that's what happened here. You threw all your boundaries to the wind. You didn't care what was going on here. It was just like, yep, this is what it is. This is where I'm going. This is how we're doing it. My safety be damned. On your mind is the King of Wands. With the Five of Swords, this is you desperately wanting, all right, to do nothing other than succeed and to rapidly disconnect from whatever this energy is that has you constantly feeling like you have to fight for your life or to prove yourself or to, you know, play by rules that you don't like. You're a Hierophant. You guys are very traditional. You're very by the book for the most part, okay? That's where all that loyalty comes in. So this feels very foreign to you. You feel like you're letting somebody down, but the person you're letting down the most at the end of the day is yourself. Page of Swords is here because the Three of Wands. You need to go have this conversation. You need to be the one to move forward and speak your truth, no matter how harsh it is, okay? If this person is loyal to you, they're not going to run away the first sign of conflict. If they know that you're uncomfortable and that you feel lonely and abandoned and they care about you and they're loyal, they'll do something about it. So why are you afraid to test that? I feel like that's the bigger question.
Hi, Mommy.
Hey, baby. You're afraid to find... Yeah, you do. Let me see that dino.
It's so cool.
That is a cool dino. Here you go. He wants to watch Shark Dog. Go get Bubby.
And you watch Mommy?
Yeah. Give me a second, buddy. I'm trying to work, okay? I love you. This energy and this ability to get things off your chest and to finally clear the air requires movement on your part. I feel like you've been very passive in whatever this is, and you've just been allowing things to happen to you. Okay, instead of making them happen for you, you need to take a more aggressive stance with this. Not be so passive, not just shoulder the burden, all right? Actually do the hard part, which is move, all right? There's you, Hierophants, at the bottom of everything with the subconscious energy of the Six of Swords. You have been taught that this kind of dynamic is not good, all right? You know that this feels very foreign. You know that this goes against your core beliefs to do what you're doing here, but you're putting that aside again and stuffing it down in the subconscious and acting like it doesn't exist, like you're not betraying yourself. You guys really need to get into your Empress energy that you so embody and use it on your damn self, okay? Two of Wands is here because the Lovers. You don't want to make the wrong choice, so you make no choices. The infinite, you know, possibilities and the uncertainty regarding what will happen if you unleash these truth bombs has you in fear, okay? To the point where you have analysis paralysis. You're reading like an air sign that's overthinking something, all right? And that's not you. You are a grounded earth sign who, you know, is very in touch with what is actually going on in reality. It's like you're turning a blind eye, okay? Because you are creating so much joy for someone else here, which is great for them, but not you. They're showing the Knight of, what is this, Wands? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups in the reverse. They're happy as can be and they're getting everything they want. They're the center of attention, but they're emotionally manipulative. Are they guilting you into being here? Like, what is this about? All right. This person doesn't come to you with heartfelt, honest, you know, emotional contact. They move in a way with you that is very self-serving. It's selfish Leo energy with that, you know, using emotions to get what you want and to be the star and to make sure that you have all the warmth. That's how they're operating with you. You got the Ace of Wands here to go with the hopes and the fears of that Seven of Cups. This is you standing up for what you believe in, all right? You very much want to initiate a very confusing emotional conversation here. You want to get into why you feel so strange, and you're also terrified of that, all right? you keep going back and forth between whether or not you're going to put in this effort, whether or not you're finally going to do what you know you need to do, whether or not you're going to finally, be true to yourself here. You got to pick a way. Scorpio eclipses don't like that. Right? Magician in reverse is your final outcome. Obviously, you're calling in something that is to your detriment, not to your benefit. You're calling in something that is going to force you to be in the Nine of Wands energy, where you have, survived battle after battle, and you're scarred and tested and jaded and beaten and broken and barely standing and about to hit the 10 of Wands where you break. How far are you going to push yourself? Is it going to take you breaking with the 10 of Wands to actually get out of this? You got the 4 of Cups. You don't want to hear it, all right? That's at the bottom of all of this. Like, you're being ignored. Like, your blessing is going to shit. You're not, the blessing that is you or is not being appreciated, and you're missing out on opportunities that will make you feel loved and appreciated. Okay? Yikes. Yikes, Taurus. Rough, but not, I don't feel like as rough as the other signs. Who knows? I don't know. I promise I'm not like mad at you. I really want you to be the best Taurus you can be. All right, so that was your general energy check. Now, next is your warning messages from the Hoodoo Tarot, and we're going to get you 3 of those as soon as I put away these Santa Muerte cards. Oh, happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way, with the Santa Muerte cards, because now it's the 5th. I started on the 4th, and I'm going all night. I am tired. But really, I'm still amped on energy. It's weird. Like, I should be a lot more tired than I am. But eclipse energy always has me up. All right, let's get Taurus's 3 messages from the Hoodoo Tarot. A lot of you guys, this situation that we were addressing, in your general here, we had to deal with like a work situation and being taken advantage of in that way. Yes. All right, what's your first message for Taurus? 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Page of Cups in the reverse. 5 of Cups again in the reverse. The 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse. There it is. I said, what's it going to take? 10 of Wands? It is. Before you acknowledge the fact that you have regrets and that you are broken and hurt from whatever this is, that's when you're going to finally lift the finger. You're not going to lift a finger. You're not going to try to fix this. 7 of, Pentacles here. You're not even going to attempt to be the apprentice and try to figure this out, master the situation, gain control of it. You're not. You're going to wait till it reaches the breaking point. You're going to withhold your feelings. You're going to withhold your emotions. You're not going to speak on that. Page of Cups in the reverse. You're going to ignore your emotion and ignore the fact that there's pain until it breaks you. Until you really have nothing to invest in. The 7 of Pentacles is when you take your energy that you have gained through the 6, where you've gained this equality with your peers, where you can finally enter into something, all right, on an equal footing. You don't have that, all right? You're going to wait until you've got nothing to stand on to proceed. Are y'all like a masochist? Like, what is going on here? It's like almost like a glutton for punishment. It's not noble and it's not loyal to withstand abuse and neglect. 5 of Pentacles, which is in the center of your general, is neglect. It's more neglect than abuse. But I feel like this person does emotionally manipulate, or the situation does. There's a guilt attached to leaving this energy. 3 of Swords in the reverse. 6 of Wands, all right, upright. It's like the more that you try to be the center of attention, 6 of Wands energy is about being the star, being the center of attention, being the hero, being celebrated, being appreciated and noticed and cherished, all right? And proud, someone's proud of you. Whenever you request this energy or this energy presents itself right now, you get met with the 3 of Swords in reverse. Betrayal, heartbreak, ultimate disrespect. This 3 of Swords is the worst 3 of Swords out of the 100-something tarot decks that I own. It's a bottle tree. I have one of those in my front yard, by the way. Bottle trees are meant to catch evil energy that's coming for you and trap it there and then destroy it when the sun comes up. You're sitting underneath this bottle tree that's supposed to be protecting you, but you still get stabbed in the heart. And then to top it all off, there's a dog pissing on your ancestor's grave. This might be some kind of ancestral trauma. Y'all have known each other in past lives, something like that. I don't know what this is, but it's a disrespectful energy. And while you should be treated like a hero and a victor and celebrated, instead you're literally being pissed on, all right? Why are we allowing that to happen? Get some self-respect, okay? Get some self-respect. You deserve it. You deserve to be heard, okay? Your opinion and your feelings matter, and some of you need to really hear that. All right, give me the last message from the Hoodoo for Taurus, please. Page of Cups again in reverse. Again with this. 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands in reverse. You don't know any other way to make things work than to just, keep your feelings to yourself. You feel like the way to a happy family, like happy wife, happy life, that's not true. Okay? Spoiling your partner, like bending to their will, catering to them, making your world revolve around them, making them the center of your universe, again, takes you out of your own. You feel like 2 of Wands, that you have no other choice. 2 of Wands in reverse. You got no other options here. There's no hope. There's no, excitement here. There's no prospects of grandeur or something greater. The only option you have is to shut up and keep your feelings to yourself and act like you don't care. Oi, Taurus. My kids are going to interrupt this reading like 50 times. All right, that was kind of ridiculous. So let's switch it up and lighten it up a little and get you one of these weirdo Fantod pack Edward Gorey cards. This completely nonsensical doom and gloom energies to laugh at. Show me Taurus's energy, please. The feather. The feather. Why does she look like a spoiled brat? She looks so hard and stoic, and Wednesday Adamish, and she's got this beautiful little flowy feather here. Just needing to find some peace here. I just got light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Summon up some of your ancestors' courage or something, or go speak to them. They're trying to communicate with you. Also, it looks like a feather duster, like they need to clean house or get rid of something. She's like got her eyes closed and she's like holding this feather, almost like she's imagining that she's light as a feather, that she has not a care in the world. I keep getting a petulant brat energy around you, all right? Like a spoiled brat. I cannot shake it, and it's really bothering me because I love Tauruses, and I don't want to see my Tauruses treated that way. All right, let's see what the feather says here. Take a good little laugh. The feather. The month is November. All right, so we're looking around Scorpio season. Blackmail. What is it about the guilt? Like somebody guilting you into something? A forged passport. Hysterical pregnancies. Loss of eyelashes. Disorders of the small intestine. A disagreeable letter. Delirium. Hindrance to prospects. Twitching. Separation. Imbroglios. I don't even know what that is. IMBROGLIOS, all right? And a mistake, all right? Take that as it resonates, that weird little message. Now here's what we really need to get into, your love connection. Which you've all probably been waiting for, because that's what everyone comes here for. Oh, Lord. 6 shuffles for that lover's energy. Show me the past, present, and future of the connection between Taurus and their person. It's always darkest before the dawn. Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. Wow, it's hard to dance with the devil at your back. So shake it up. Florence the Machine. It's hard to dance with the devil at your back. It's hard to be light and carefree as a feather, light as a feather, and enjoy yourself and be fancy free when the devil is breathing down your back, constantly making you feel like you're not good enough and that you haven't done enough, all right? Or that they have more expectations. You got to keep feeding the sun. You can't fuel the sun. You can't sustain that, all right? Recent past, Page of Cups in the reverse. Emotionally manipulative, 8 of Cups. Only half-assing it, like not giving the full 10. Literally withholding a cup here. Unable to fully commit, unable to be fully emotionally available. Also, this is not being able to, you know, demand or articulate or express what it is that you desire and what you deserve. Okay? Now we got the 9 of Swords. Sucking up to her, putting her little coat on. She's looking out the window at something else, trying to placate this person. Now we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and all we get is anxiety and feeling rejection. Queen of Cups in reverse is a lack of self-love. It's feeling unlovable. It's feeling like nobody cares about you. It's starting to sink down into a depression here. If you don't even know your own worth and value going into a connection, somebody will exploit that. All right? They will. You fear being rejected by this energy so much, all right, that you're willing to put yourself through agony, anxiety, 9 of Swords, just to sustain it and to be in it still. Now you got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Big shocker here. You will receive no payout. There is nothing growing here. You've not sown the proper seeds. You will not get the, you know, fruits of your labor. You're just giving a bunch of free labor. You guys feel like an indentured servant. Hierophant in reverse. That's you, and you know better. It's a miscarriage of justice. Like, it's a betrayal. It's, you know, being let down. It's also understanding that your old ways of thinking and the things that you have trained yourself to be appropriate. Like, a lot of you, this is like some kind of a dynamic where it's like, you got some like crazy female that's like, the man has to make all the money because that's just how it is. I'm old school. Yeah, fine, the bull. Old school is our ancestors, the primitive people, all right, that didn't have, you know, anything. They all did something. They all pulled their weight or they died. This is somebody resting on their laurels and depending on somebody else, right, to figure everything out for them. Towards the connection in the recent past here, 6 of Wands in reverse. Again, not receiving recognition, not understanding that you should be the sun and that you should be celebrated and that you should be the one, you know, getting a victory here. You entered into this connection knowing there was no way to win and knowing that you know, weren't being appreciated to begin with. I don't even think you were conscious of this though, because you're showing up as, you know, the 8 of Cups with the page in reverse, not understanding that there's better. A lot of you guys haven't even experienced true unconditional love. All right? True selfless unconditional love. It's rare, but it exists. I don't think you guys know it yet. Because all you're doing is trying to please this energy. And here you are, 3 of Cups now, trying to get back into it, trying to reunite with whatever this is, trying to compete, all right, to get somebody's attention because you're feeling rejected and that's giving you anxiety. You feel like you're slipping away and you feel like it's your fault, like you're doing something wrong. 10 of Wands. What did I say? It's going to break you. God damn it. Like, it's Sun in reverse. Miserable energy. Unhappy. You're going to let it spiral, all right, and go out of control. I feel like I'm just repeating myself in this reading, Taurus. Some of y'all are in a really toxic dynamic and you need to go. You're just going to sit there, all right, until it breaks you or gives you a heart attack or something. Your person, on the other hand, is in hermit energy. Isolated, disconnected, focused on self, trying to put themselves back together, healing, all right, but isolated. Hermits aren't available to enter into romantic connections. Hermits are hermits. They're singular, they're soul, they're lone wolves. That's how your person entered into this. And you're entering in as the Page of Cups in reverse. Like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know how to express my feelings. I'm not going to tell you, you know, what I love and don't love and what I need. I'm not going to express my emotional needs here. Because I don't feel like I even deserve love to some of you. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They didn't have a dime to invest in this. Broke. No energy. No investment. No effort. All right? Selfish. Also, possibly fixating on somebody else. He's staring at this picture of a woman here. Fixated on something. In their head about something to the point where they have nothing to give to you. But they're going to take all of your energies. Energy vampire. Now they got the 9 of Wands. They're acting like they're the victim here, all right? Look, there's someone in the background watching these two kiss. They don't even care to, like, you know, hide the fact that they're creating damage. Or that they're the reason for these wounds. Completely oblivious. High Priestess. Silent. Disconnected. Sneaky. Internal. Not expressing things. Keeping everything to the chest, all right? This person has been hurt, all right? They have suffered loss. They have been hurt. They have been let down. They have had the rug pulled out from under them. They wouldn't be in hermit mode otherwise. They wouldn't be forced into isolation to fix a problem or to, you know, recover. It's Virgo energy. It's about healing and, you know, getting better. They're very silent about everything. They also don't want to express to you what it is that they've been through. A lot of you know it, though. You know it and you understand that that's why you're rejected and you feel bad for this person. You have a soft spot. That's why you keep coming back, even though you feel like just another, you know, notch in the belt or whatever this is. Here they go. No cooperation. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Not only not cooperating, but like working against you. Trying to pry these metal bars open. Literally nothing, all right? Ace of Pentacles in reverse is now the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. They had nothing to begin with. They still have nothing. They've progressed in this relationship by concealing things, all right, and contributing nothing. And now here they are putting in even less effort. And not only that, but making things harder for you. Working against you. Page of Wands in reverse. Starting to get, you know, emotionally abusive, emotionally toxic. Childish Aries in reverse energy. What you have here, communication coming in that direction. Picked up on it then, and, you know, other the adjustments required in this situation for you are to stand your effing ground, all right? Quit letting somebody bully you around. Like, y'all get such a bad rap about being Tauruses and bulls and blah, blah, blah. But y'all are sensitive as all get out, all right? Sensitive. You're also sentimental. You're Empressy energy. You like to see things grow. You don't like to give up on stuff. You want things to flourish. That's your nature. You want this person to flourish, but, like, you're only feeding their toxicity or enabling them to some extent. How they entered into the connection in the past? King of Swords. Coldest king in the deck. Most detached. The one that has zero emotion. But he has a plan. He has a strategy. All right? He knows what he wants and he's going to get it. All right? That's why they came here. You had something they wanted. They had no kind of feelings about it. But they knew that this is the next step. This is the next step and thing. This is how I heal because I have nothing to give. So, King of Swords, let's just do this, all right? Currently, towards the connection, the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Codependency, depending on you to be the, you know, fuel for their sun. You know, not being able to exist without you. If you left this person, they'd like fail, all right? They'd go bankrupt, they'd starve. They don't want to tell you that, though. High Priestess energy. 9 of Wands. They don't want to tell you that they're actually broken, that there's something wrong with them. They keep making it seem like you're failing and you're not doing enough and that you're the problem here when they know internally with their intuition and everything in them that they're the broken one, that they're the one that has nothing to give, that they're the one is codependent on you, not the other way around. This is some kind of smoke and mirrors type. Illusions, Michael, illusions. Tower in reverse. They can try to do this all they want to. You can't avoid this disaster that's coming. They've been putting it off. They've been delaying this healing. You can't heal by, you know, offering zero energy. You have to put in effort. They're not putting in any effort with that Ace of Pentacles to their healing. They're not. They're depending on you to do that. They want you to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. All the King's horses, all the King's men couldn't do that. So why do they think you can? World in reverse. They're the ones in the toxic cycle. You show up in a bunch of minor arcana and things like that. They're the ones with the Tower, the World, both of the Scorpio cards in the reverse. They're the ones showing, you know, Virgo's energy, like the Hermit needing to isolate, not get into a connection. They knew damn well that they should have been alone because they didn't have anything to give to this. And they jumped in anyways. Not even caring like the King of Swords would what the, you know, repercussions there. The King of Swords is like so detached. He's like a Navy SEAL. All he knows is he has a mission, and this is what the mission is, and anything goes with the King of Swords as long as his mission is accomplished. He's not always noble and, you know, truthful. He's cold and calculated, and he gets his way. He's smart. This person's smart, very smart, but very emotionally, you know, bankrupt. All right. I see the sun in reverse, world in reverse with you guys. This isn't coming to an end, and you're getting more miserable, right? More misery. I'm in the business of misery. Let's take it from the top. Got a body like an hourglass, she's burning like a clock. What's misery business? Paramore? Oh, whatever makes you break. Hi, baby. Cause I got it where I want it now. Oh, it was never my intention to break. Steal it all away from you now. But God, does it feel so good? Cause I got it where I want it right now. Yeah, Paramore, misery business. Look up those lyrics. There's something there for you. All right, we got 2 more cards to pull for you. It's a good thing because baby AG is getting restless. Let's get your Enchanted Spell Oracle. Wow, was that one? That was one. That was fast. What is this? Solitude. What did I say? Solitude. Both of you, I mean, more than one person in your situation needs to take that. You know why this solitude is being avoided and why you're interacting with these situations that don't advance you? A, you feel needed and you don't feel alone, all right? At least if somebody needs you, you're not alone. It's better than being lonely. You know, because when you're alone, all right, all you're going to be able to do here is look at these harsh truths with that Ace of Swords. You know, the second that you disconnect from this and you're on your own, you have to look back at the carnage. And that's going to sting, all right? It's going to sting. There's a Phoenix energy here, though. When you go into that solitude is Hermit energy. This is what they want you to do. They want you to be the Hermit, all right? They want you to go into the solitude, and they want you to swallow that sort of truth and get over it. Once you do that, look at this crown of gold. You get a spiritual enlightenment, and there's a phoenix bursting out of your head. You're reborn. Your way of thinking is reborn. I feel like you guys keep going to put out fires for other people, which is why your fire never gets put out or dealt with and rages out of control until it destroys everything. And you're left with nothing. 5 of Pentacles in your heart space. How did I lose this all? All right, AJ, let's sing the Mother Mary song. You want to sing with me? When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Come here. Come here. Say hi. Can you say hi to my friends? Say hi. Oh, poor sick baby. Poor sick baby. Can you pick a card? One card. Choose one of these cards for Taurus. My magical little baby. Oh, that's the one. Our Lady with the moon at her feet. Wow. Give me a very big Sacred Heart energy if you're dealing with anyone with that Sacred Heart tattoo. I just so happen to know a Taurus that has a heart tattoo in the chest. Maybe this is his message. 36.
This one.
Yeah, that's Mother Mary. Isn't she pretty? 36, that adds up to a 9. The need for independence, all right? The need for loyalty to self, okay? People in 9 energy are loyal to themselves. There's nothing else going on but the self with the 9. The moon at her feet, this is like basically walking all over your emotions. It's having your emotions down low. It's like not caring about your feelings. She's got birds flying around. She's got her eyes closed. Her heart is massive, all right? Your heart is your biggest asset and downfall. You read like a Cancer. The moon is at your feet, though. Your feelings, your emotions, everything's at your feet. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to kick it to the curb? Or are you going to pick it up and deal with it?
Mommy, you like big whale.
Also, you have the ability to change your situation by just walking away.
You're a big whale.
The emotional confusion that the moon brings, that's all at your feet, literally. If you don't like it, you know, wade in some different waters. Figure something else out. Go somewhere else, all right? I feel like you guys have a big fear of abandonment too. The center of your reading was that Five of Pentacles. That's what's, you know, keeping you in these unfulfilling situations. Your ability to love yourself, all right? And to understand that you deserve better than to be abandoned and treated that way. All right, Taurus. That's what I got for you. I'm going to take care of this little sick baby. He's the reason why all your readings are late, but he's worth it. And in 2 years, he'll be in school. Oh my God, did you poop? Is that why you came in here to get me? Did you poop? Are you poopy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right, Taurus. I'll be back to do some more signs. I love you guys bunches. Make sure you check out your free extended and send some donations or book a personal to support me and these little minions and buy me some more diapers. Because my little Virgo here is being stubborn as all get out about potty training. All right, love you, Taurus. And I really do mean that. You're like literally, if I was going to choose the zodiac sign that I would marry, it would be a Taurus. 100%. 100%. Or maybe a Capricorn too. But that I don't trust Capricorns as much as a Taurus. I always know what a Taurus is up to. I always know their intentions. I always can count on them and they're solid. All right? Anyways, Taurus, that's what I got for you. Love you guys. Bye.